Ultra crew, welcome back to Ultra Reload. I'm your host, Sinister. Hope everyone had a great Easter break, got to rest up, spend some time with your people, touch some grass, or even get some good gaming sessions in. We're keeping it chill today, but we still got plenty to talk about. If you missed the last episode, Adrian dropped major updates on Citadels, from new floor designs to loot reworks, UI upgrades, and the next phase of playtesting. We also got some alpha on Git cards, the election client, the mysterious dimensions, NFT staking, and much more. Safe to say, things have been moving fast. And speaking of building, we got a special guest with us today. Please welcome Paulo, founder of MetaHoof, the horse racing game in development right here on Ultra. And he is here to give us a peek behind the curtain and share what's coming next for the game.
Hey Patrick, great to meet you. That's the first time that we met each other, so always cool to talk with someone from home. So I already feel like this is going to be a great convo. So thanks for having me on. So I'm one of the founders of MetaHoof, and I'm really excited to share more about the project that we've been building with a lot of passion, care, and we are a tight team of three co-founders. I lead the vision and the development side, making sure the engine behind MetaHoof is solid and forward-thinking. We have Ali that takes care of all the operations and business strategy. She's the one keeping the wheels turning and helping us to navigate through all the process. And Nico, who leads like all the product and creative direction, everything from how the game looks and feels and how we tell our story. So each one bring different strengths, and to be honest, that's the balance has been a key. We're all deeply aligned on the kind of experience we want to create. It's very meaningful to create this innovative in the Web3 space. So yeah, we're really excited about it. So what is MetaHoof? MetaHoof is a next-gen digital horse racing built on Ultra blockchain. It's more than just racing. It's about strategy, ownership, and competition, Players can own, breed, train, and race unique digital horses. Each one is an NFT with their own traits and lineage. Every single horse performs differently depending on its attributes like speed, endurance, and the strategy that you use. So it's not just about luck, it's about knowing your horse, preparing it, and picking up the best strategy for each race. Whether you're chasing the trail of victory, building a legacy through breeding, or collecting and trading hair digital assets, MetaHoof offers something for every type of player. And the stakes are real. Win US tokens, earn exclusive NFTs, and build a reputation that unlocks you access to even bigger or more competitive tournaments. And now, why Ultra? We choose Ultra because we believe it's the perfect ecosystem for Web3 and gaming. It gives us everything we need to build a game that's not just on chain, but actually fun and accessible. First off, no gas fees that alone removes a huge barrier from players that want to enter in this ecosystem. We got the native NFT protocol, which makes ownership and trading feel seamless and secure. And plus, of course, fast and modern APIs that we can focus on building the gameplay and not having headaches with blockchain complexity on the kind of stuff. Uh, a real game changer for us, it's like we can create this onboarding experience in Ultra that feels like Web 2. No scare wallet setup or complication. It's just about play, signing, and go. That's the experience we believe Web3 gaming needs to truly scale. And we are not building only a game for crypto natives. We want to bring anyone can jump into it and enjoy. And Ultra let us do that. So what next? We are currently running live tests on the Ultra testnet, and we had open space for early players to go try the first version of the game. We were testing races, balancing the gameplay, and getting like tons of feedbacks from our community. And speaking about community, that's been one of the most rewarding parts of this journey. We've been growing a strong group of players and supporters inside our Discord server, and they've been incredible in helping shape MetaHoof path from the ground, you know. So, and if you're curious, if you want to test the game, come and join us. Everyone is very welcome, and probably the big news is we are planning to launch our alpha on mainnet by the end of June. That's when things start to get really exciting. Real rewards, real competition, and that's going to be the first steps into MetaHoof full ecosystem. So stay tuned, and thanks again, Patrick, for the chance to talk about the game.
That was awesome. Thanks a lot, Paulo. It's really cool to see how far MetaHoop's come and where it's heading next, and it's always inspiring to watch a small team to push something this ambitious with all this passion for it, you know? The vision is sharp, the energy is definitely there, and the way you described it, the experience building on Ultra, awesome, man. I know the community is going to be watching closely as it gets closer to its launch. So will I. Alright, let's keep rolling. Now to break down what's cooking this week, back with us again is our master chef, Rod. Rod, my man, how is it going? And how's that post-holiday grind treating you?
Hey Patrick, all good here. I'm not Gordon Ramsay yet, even though I love MasterChef and all these competitions. But yeah, we have been cooking. We have been quite busy all over the place, and happy to be here. Another week, another grind, and new updates. How are you, Patrick?
I've been good, man. Feeling that post-holiday reboot, you know? Got to unplug a bit, recharge, and now we are right back at it. You can definitely feel that quiet storm energy right now, you know? Like Ultra's just stacking pieces, getting everything aligned. So yeah, let's dive in. What you got for us this week?
So, Patrick, let's start with the latest and greatest on Ultra. So, everything from the our recent updates from the past weeks is in motion. We don't have any delays, just steady momentum across the board. So, next time I will give you a specific product or feature update is probably when it's ready to go to market. Also, this week I've shared on the flash notes that the Electron client has been officially updated and deployed, is now aligned with our stable release cycle, and this ensures better support, better security, access to the latest features, and also make sure it's fully compatible with the newest OSs and third-party libraries. So if you haven't updated your client yet, now it's the time to go ahead and do it now. On Citadels, we just rolled out a new build with all the latest fixes and improvements, and we are aiming to push a bigger update within the next month or so to restart the whole playtest. No, I don't have a date yet for the game sessions. Let me have some clarity with the dev team, and then we'll present a calendar with our next game sessions and so on. And of course, as Adrian mentioned last week, the new Citadel is under construction, and we are staking up improvements in the meantime. Other things, we have been doing a little bit of reprioritization across a few features and products. I will be sharing a full product roadmap update in the next few weeks. So let me lock in estimates and get some dates set in stone, but I will make sure to keep you posted as soon as I have more clarity on the roadmap. Also, this morning we had a really cool, productive session with our community advisory board. They are totally in sync with our current schedule and progress, and as always, they've been helping us, with questions from the community and jamming with us on a bunch of ideas and recommendations and so on. So if there's something that you don't see answered in these reloads, please feel free to ping the cab on Discord, because they've got all the inside scoop and they will be able to help you answering all those hot questions. Last but not least, you gotta stay tuned because we've got some juicy announcements coming. Not one, maybe two, who knows? You gotta stay tuned for that. Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff happening. What do you think, Patrick?
Nice, man. I like that. It might be a quieter week, but honestly, those are the kind of updates that really matter, right? Tightening things up, laying foundations, make sure everything is running smoother than before. It's those small, consistent shifts that really sets the stage for bigger moves later. Sometimes it's just about keeping the steady rhythm. Now, how about we check in with the community, Rod? It's time to hear what everyone's been asking this week. Since we have more time today, how about we pick up some more?
Yeah, let's go for it. Bring it on.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the most asked question since the last two episodes aired. Is there any clarity on timelines for land or ash sales?
Okay, I can see that people are still excited with the last two episodes with Adrian and David talking about empires and citadels. So yes, even though I can't share, set in stones dates yet. But of course, those of you familiar with empires know how lands are important. So lands will be the first drop, the first milestone. Lands will come first, and later down the year, we'll have the Ash TGE. Right now, we are probably aiming to Q4. When I have more clarity, I will be the first one, shedding light here.
Oh, that's good. Knowing that lands are first at least gives players a clear path forward and a reason to start preparing their strategy early, right? And following that up, we got some folks asking about hands on time. Is there going to be a way to test this economy before it hits mainnet?
The answer is yes and yes. And it's good to see that people are really excited with empires. So even though I don't have final dates yet set in stone yet, but we are aiming to have two betas. So closed beta one is somewhere we are aiming to June, July, and this would be just for the Ultra community. Then we would have a second beta, so an open beta. We are aiming towards, probably July, August. This would be an open beta. Also, the open means that we'll start testing our first user acquisition campaigns. So during this two betas, you will be able to test all the bells and whistles, all the functionality of Empires, and hopefully have a lot of fun and give us a lot of feedback.
Okay, so betas for testing is huge, and David stated letting people try out mechanics, give feedback, and see things in action before real stakes kick in. That's how you build smart, man. Now, stepping away from AOM for a second, here's one that's less about gameplay, but more about strategy and global presence. A couple years ago, Ultra tried to register the Ultra trademark in the US, but the Ultra Festival appealed and it failed. What are the consequences? Can Ultra operate in the US market?
Okay, I became familiar with this topic a few months ago. And even though I don't have all the legal details and so on, uh, this is something that we may have in our radar, but this is not even a priority or a concern at this point. So Ultra is an European company, operates to the entire in the entire globe. We don't have any impediments, any constraints in any territory. If at some point we feel like a name registration, a name trademark is fundamental, we will do whatever it's required. But this is not even a priority at the moment. So if this is a concern, if we are a legit business to operate in US or in other territories, it shouldn't be, because we can operate anywhere, and then the naming thing will sort out if and when it becomes relevant.
Well, sometimes the smartest play is knowing where not to spend energy, right? It's cool to hear it's being handled practically and doesn't hold Ultra back for what's doing its best, right? So, Rod, quick detour here. We we got a short and sweet one for the Mac users wondering what's on the horizon. Is the Mac client also in the works?
Okay, that's a good question, and one that we get from time to time. So let's put it this way. So technically, we are on the Electron, so porting to Mac isn't hard, and I'm a Mac user myself. But we don't ship because we can. We ship because there's real user demand and strategic value. So right now we don't have a strong use case or even demand for my client, and I think it's about prioritization. Our focus right now is on building where players are, and for now that means nailing the core experience and preparing for something cross-platform. Cross-platform doesn't mean Mac first. It might mean that maybe the next step would be mobile, uh, and then we would see how things evolve, and maybe we tackle other clients. We'll keep listening, and when the time is right, we'll be ready. But for now, we are focusing on what moves the needle. We have a Windows client. The next step will probably be, who knows, mobile. And then if there's demand and user case for Mac, we will tackle that.
All right, all right. Straight to the point. Not in the plans right now, but hey, never say never, right? It's all about priorities first. Next up, transparency. This one comes a lot, especially when folks are tracking wallet activity or digging through chain explorers. What information will we see in the community hub? We would clarify wallet names, utilities, amounts, purposes, unlocking vesting conditions, especially for wallets owned by Ultra.
Well, everything that you mentioned will be part of the community hub. The community hub is meant to be a place where information is transparent and accessible to anyone. Live information, but also documentation, and the tokenomics will be part of it. When you guys get the tokenomics, when the tokenomics is out there, this will map out, because it's a live document, and will map out all those things that were mentioned, wallets, the usage of these wallets, etc., etc., etc. And then this will also live on the community, on the US community hub, as a single source of truth for all things EOS, blockchain, and Ultra.
Okay, cool. It's nice to see that the transparency is still an Ultra's core. Giving the community visibility like that isn't just a nice to have, it builds trust, correct? And last but not least, this one's more of a community take, but it's something that hits at the heart of long-term sustainability. I read a comment yesterday about an importance of tokenomics, staking, and user recruitment strategy, because that's how price appreciates. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yes, I have very strong thoughts on it. Actually, I think I've seen this comment, and I think here is the right place to answer this remark. So yes, tokenomics, staking, smart user acquisition, they are all critical, but these things need to be built in the right order. I think for us at this point, it's about building this brick, this foundation first. Build a product that works and delivers real value. That's number one. Number two, secure killer partnerships that expand our reach and unlock new opportunities. And number three, content is king. So we have to fill our ecosystem with meaningful content. And what is that content? It's games, it's tools, it's features, it's stickiness, it's gamification, it's reasons for users to stay in Ultra. So only then you go hard on user acquisition. And why? Because bringing in users before the house is built, it just leads to churn. And we are here to keep those users. Acquiring users is quite expensive. We are here to retain, not just attract. So as for the tokenomics, as you know, and I've mentioned in the previous question, we are all about transparency, utility, and long-term alignment, not just hype. Staking is here to serve a purpose, whether that is governance, access, ecosystem rewards. It needs real utility, and we are working hard on it, and this will be very well reflected in the tokenomics. And yes, I think the last remark was about pricing. Of course, pricing follows demand, but demand only comes when the product is strong and when the experience is smooth and when there's something, worth showing up for. So we don't want to rush into, when marketing and start spending, in KOLs and this and growth campaigns just for the sake of numbers and having people talking about what? People need to talk about tangible things. So I think we are doing it the right way, and we are building it to last. So long story short, what we are building now is this narrative, this story that that tell us where we want to go, and how all these milestones that we have, they tie in into each other. So when people see this documentation and see these things coming to fruition, it all will click and make sense. And the tokenomics that we are working on is more than a tokenomics update, is a tokenomics revival document. And you will have a clear understanding of the value prop of US, of the value prop of all these bricks that we have been building. And yeah, this will be a very important foundation for future campaigns, future user acquisition, and last and most importantly, token impact. Because at the end of the day, this is what we want, is to make sure that EOS is there, is out there, is alive, and it's pumping.
Man, as you said it, that's a long game. Utility, structure, and community onboarding. You build that well, and the rest will follow. It's glad to see that community is thinking beyond the charts also. Rod, as always, I appreciate you taking your time to walk us through everything. Even on lighter weeks, it's clear that Ultra is still building, it's still moving, it's still listening, and that consistency is what sets the long term, right?
Yeah, man, this was a short one, as you said, but we are here, we are alive, we are well, we are busy, we are productive. And next week we have more updates. Until then, see you soon. Stay tuned. Catch you next week, Patrick.
And of course, to everyone watching, whether you're here for the tech, the games, or just vibing with the community, we see you. Thanks for the questions, the feedbacks, the memes, all of it. You make this show what it is. Also, don't forget to drop more here on X or on Discord. We will catch you up next time on Ultra Reload. Stay sharp, stay gaming, stay Ultra.